Alright, Rust. Let's get straight into Secret Weapon Global Chat. See if I can find anybody that wants to have a conversation with me. Got a bag from Chinese Science. Oh hell yeah, bed. Insta bed. Jamie's bed. Hi yo.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Dale. Welcome.
Thank you. What's your
my teammate?
What's
You're
your name?
welcome.
What's your name, man?
My name is Jamie.
Oh, okay, you're Jamie.
Jamie.
Nice to meet you,
Yo,
Jamie.
what's up?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ombo. My
Hey,
teammate's
what's
getting
up?
you a canvas right now.
Oh, thank you.
There's some pumpkins, there's some food, a hashi.
Oh, hell yeah, you know the drill. Artist needs food.
Do you need a portrait, a landscape? Which one do you need?
I'd like to paint an Excel painting. Hey, what's up, man? What's your name? Oh, I have name tags off. One
An
second.
XL? Can you get him an XL?
Do you guys?
Okay.
Do you guys both want to partake in the
We'll
conversation,
take you.
or is it just you, Jim?
I don't know if my friend does. He might be on a call right now. It just might be me.
All right.
I hope I'm enough for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you opt him?
Whoa, guys.
Yeah, just come in here.
So this is what I call an open core. What the hell?
Yeah. Very open.
Oh man. What?
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of good painters around here, so hopefully you can.
Oh hell
You can do a
yeah.
lot
This
better
open
than
core needs a
some of these.
painting. Oh hell
Yeah,
yeah.
it really does.
Yeah, you have your neon sign at least. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a camera up top too, so your painting will be on display to the whole server.
That's great. Wow, this is such a cool open core. I love it. Hell yeah, Jamie.
I'm glad to hear it. And you're actually painting it? You're not using like Los Angeles or anything?
No, I'm not using Los Angeles, and you're gonna see like the process of it. So
Okay.
yeah, you're gonna notice quick enough. It's a painting. I'm painting with my
Alright.
mouse. Hell yeah, guys! Nice. Jamie for the win.
Do we have a spot big enough?
Yeah, let's see.
Does the XL painting fit around you?
Let's see. Oh, yeah, I got odd. Nice.
Are you cold at all? You have that hazy on you. Feel cold.
Thank you for reminding me. I forget easily. Hell yeah.
Oh, good.
All right. So you're good to stay for an hour. If you want to like go on a break quickly, get something to drink,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Alright,
I'm ready. I'm here for an hour. I'm locked in.
Hell yeah. Rust players are always locked in.
yeah.
All right. So I'm just gonna start off the conversation with a few questions that I put down, just to get the conversation going. And then like I'm good to take the conversation either way you want, you know. If you want to ask me questions, that's fine. We can talk about whatever you feel like.
Okay.
All right. Let's go, guys. All right, so first question is just simple. How many hours do you have in Rust?
I think I have like 6,000.
6,000, nice.
Yeah. For my friend over here, he has 17,000.
Whoa. You guys, how long have you guys been
We're kind
playing
of a
for?
degenerate group.
Like, are you all the way from alpha stage?
I'm from like maybe 2018. I think was the earliest I played. I didn't really see anything in the game at that stage. It was kind of just like a funny game that cost $40.
Yeah,
But my friend has been playing since Legacy. I probably put like 200 hours into it when I first got it, and I was like, yeah, this game sucks. But then I came around to it later.
Yeah, how come you quick came around to it?
My friend started playing it, and it was like my friend got into Spoon Kid, and he started watching Spoon Kid, and so he wanted to play Rust, and I just started playing with him.
Well, yeah. Many people like Spoon Kid that I speak to.
Yeah. He seems like the only like non-egotistical Rust player YouTuber, in my opinion.
Okay. But I suppose you watch a lot of Rust content besides Spoon Kid.
Yeah, I do. I watch like Oil Watch and I guess really only Oil Watch and like other just random YouTubers.
Yeah.
The freaking guys who will like wall off outpost with spike traps. I watch those videos too.
Yeah, those
who
are funny
does
as
that,
well.
but-
There's so much content to be had in within the Rust sphere, for sure.
Yeah.
So
How many hours do you have?
I have 1500 hours, and most of them are like
Okay.
painting, role playing. But I played quite a bit of PvP as well.
I was just about to ask how many of those are in painting.
Yeah, a lot
Wait,
of
you
them
said
are
you
in
play
painting.
PvP?
Yeah, I do, but usually in group. I find it difficult doing it solo.
You play PvE?
Yeah, I
Have
play.
you played the Blitz
PvP as
Blitz
well.
PvE World server?
No, I haven't. What's that server about?
It's like a really good PvE server. It's like you do like boss fights and stuff. You fight like super helis that would like have a million health or something.
Yeah. So I was like,
It's like difficult.
I was like on Salty Zombies, for example, for a while. But when I was there, I was mostly painting and selling paintings. So even when there's boss fights to be had, usually I just ended up painting, having interactions with people, stuff like that.
That's awesome.
So I guess I'm drawn to
Yeah,
that
I tried to
aspect
get
of the
one of my
game.
friends on Rust.
Yeah. I tried to get one of my friends into Rust, and he was just like also into painting, but he wasn't like good at it. He just made like, you know, Kenny, you know South Park?
Yeah.
It's like a little show. Yeah, he would make drawings of Kenny with like blunts in his mouth, and he's like smoking weed and stuff. Just
Yeah.
like super hard and tough images.
that can be your thing for sure. Whatever rocks your boat, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You grow in and out of styles as well when you paint a lot. Find new things. Did you ever paint in Rust?
Do you paint in real life too?
Yeah, I paint too.
A little bit, like. Okay. I painted a little bit, like nothing crazy good.
No,
just
it's not a matter of good, really, in my opinion.
Super
It's
basic stuff.
it's just a matter of having fun with it, you know.
Yeah, I had fun with it, but I didn't really follow any like rules of like depth or lighting or anything with that. I do some like I'll do like pixel editing for fun, and I'll actually go like into it and do like depth and freaking shadows and stuff. It's
Hell yeah.
kind of hard to explain what I do, but
Like pictures from real life editing.
not anything that would be used by anyone, just something that I would enjoy. It's like, yeah, it's like I'll take random images and kind of edit them to what I want to see in them, I guess. But like,
So you edit them
it's kind of
quite
like surrealist and
okay,
different.
like sort of collage things.
Yeah. Some of them are in a collage style. I've done that before, like. I sound like a schizoid, but
No,
I mean
no.
that's kind of like the goal of the edit is to make it look like schizo, but I'll like cut out like model features and then paste them on like a cat or something.
Hell yeah. No, whenever I'm asking questions, I'm never judging. I'm just trying to understand, you know. So that's just why I'm digging. Because I'm a bit thick sometimes too. I need to ask questions to understand. Hell yeah. Okay, so
So you do paintings in real life too?
yeah, I do. I paint usually watercolor paintings and then like put patterns with pencil upon that. I like to do geometrical patterns. So yeah, that's usually the thing. But lately I've just been
Kind of
painting
like
a lot in
abstract
Rust.
or like.
Yeah, I guess sort of abstract, like geometrical, psychedelic, mandala-esque patterns. I'm gonna actually try to do a sort of a circle fractal within this hour. Usually they take a long time to make, but
Okay.
I'm gonna try to make it quickly. So, do you have a favorite weapon that you're most comfortable with within the game?
Within this game? Within Rust?
Yeah, within Rust. Yeah.
I would say probably the AK. It's just the most basic weapon you can find, and like you kind of have to be good with it because it's what everybody else uses.
It's just the most
Everything else
basic
seems like
weapon
it's
you can
balanced
find.
around the AK. It is. It is. It's like the standard. It's like what everything is compared to in this game.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like in most games, when you balance weapons, you have to have something you balance it around, and I think it's the AK in this game, and that's why it's so good.
And it does a lot of damage. And it fires quickly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you have a favorite skin in game?
I don't know. The Rust skins, I kind of like the default skins actually. Like the way the developers kind of made this gritty and kind of like handmade style. I think it really suits better than any skin that's in the game.
Oh hell yeah. So you don't buy a lot of skins,
Yeah,
you
like the
just
default
use
for
the...
everything too.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
I don't have any. I only have the burger walk because it's the best walk skin ever, and I have mummy wraps, and that's the only two skins I own.
Yeah, okay. Do you have any tips or tricks in Rust that you could give that you think I might not know about?
If you spam W when you're not sprinting, if you just spam W, you can slow walk. You can do like this RP walk.
Hell
And it's
yeah.
really interesting. Yeah, to get reactions from that.
Yeah.
When I'm in PvP servers in like the lobby area, I'll just do that and play music, and I'll just like war farm.
Hell yeah. I have a friend who did that for Global
I
Warfare 3. Like he walked the whole Earth. Just RP
Oh,
walked the whole Earth.
damn.
Speed, yeah.
That's insane.
He's the RP master. Hell yeah. I love that tip. My tip and trick would just
That's
be
the only thing I know.
more boring, I guess. It's just if you recycle the
What is it?
telephone, you can get the tech trash. It's like 1 out of 3, I think, to get the tech trash out of that.
Okay.
Okay. Last question. When did you last help a stranger
Oh.
that you met in Rust, and why?
I don't know if the word help is the right word, but I feel like letting somebody be, or just leaving someone be is a pretty big deal on this game. There's actually a solo up the hill, and we're kind of letting him build right there without really messing with him.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah,
But
that's
I went
nice when
over
you're
there
a
and I
big
was, like,
group, just to spare
telling him he
people
wasn't.
around you.
Yeah,
With this open core, you can afford
I was
to
telling him
spare some
that.
solos.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you were telling him what?
Uh, Oh, hold on. I was telling him he saw the South Korea flags. I was saying that he could be North Korea. He could be our North Korea.
What did he say about that? Did he want to be your adversary?
He said that he wanted to be friendly and that he could learn Korean, but
Hell yeah. So he's up for
none of us
negotiations.
are
at least.
Korean. We're just kind of, yeah.
Okay, you're not Korean?
We used to play the server a lot. Yeah, we used to play the server a lot, and we wanted to come back to it and like disguise ourselves and have like a big reveal at the end that it was us all along.
Where are you from then?
So we're
if
pretending
not
to be Korean. I'm from America. Most of us are from America. Some are from Canada. It's mainly
Alright.
like an NA group.
Okay. So your name is actually
Where are you
Jamie in real life.
It's pretty close. It's what I prefer to be called, I guess, online.
I'm from Sweden,
Okay.
but I play a lot with NA people when I play Rust. A lot of my close friends are from US and Canada.
That's nice.
Where
Damn, I usually know a lot of like small terms for like different languages, but Sweden's like the only one I'm
Oh,
really
hell yeah.
blanking
So
on.
I
can't even
got
remember
I
how to
got
say
the
hi.
opportunity to teach you some if you want to.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah, what do you want to be able to say?
I mean, just hi and like.
It's very simple. You just say
start
hey,
off with hi, I guess.
hey,
Just hey.
hey,
Wow.
or hello,
Hey.
hello, hey.
Hello.
But if you want to be a bit more like slang,
Seems
you
kind of
could
like you stole
say
it from
you
English.
could say tjena,
Shanna.
tjena, tjena. What's up? Tjena läget?
Shanna Raggett?
Yeah, it's like hey, what's up?
Okay.
I'm sorry, you were saying something before.
You was. You were asking about where I was from, like in America.
Yeah, I was.
Do you know where Arkansas is?
I recognize Arkansas, but I couldn't place it on the map, I suppose.
Okay, it's northeast of Texas. It's
Okay,
bordering
okay.
Texas and like Louisiana.
All right, yeah. So it's quite down south, Arkansas. What sort of landscape do you have there?
Yeah. I'm from the northwest, so it's like weirdy mountainy and weirdy rocky. Like there's just a bunch of cliffs. Sometimes when you're just driving around on like the countryside, it's just straight cliffs. The elevation's pretty high.
That's nice. I like that sort of dramatic landscape. See, where I live
Yeah.
in south of Sweden, it's very flat. It's just a lot of flatlands and fields. But if you just get a little bit more north, except the like southern tip, it becomes more foresty and like mountainous, I suppose. But yeah, I live in the flatlands, like in the bald spot of Sweden is what we call it.
The bald spot.
Yeah, the bald spot of Sweden. But I recently bought a house just 1.5 hours north, and there it's more foresty and mountainous terrain, which is what I prefer, I guess.
Bought a house?
Yeah, I did. Finally found a house in the
How old are you?
countryside. I'm turning 40.
Okay.
But I still feel like 27, you know, or 22, or 18, or 11.
Dude, it's so hard to place like the European accent on the age range.
I think
'Cause,
like any
I don't know,
accent.
you sound like you're like mid-20s. Really.
Yeah, people usually think
I
that.
feel like most, I guess not like the Russians, I can tell by like the gravel in their voice. You can feel it.
You can
when
feel
they're
they're
older.
at least 14.
Yeah.
Oh, the gravel. The gravel in my
gravel.
voice. The Russian gravel. I love that expression, the gravel in their voice.
Yeah. How Counter-Strike's pretty big in Europe, right?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. I don't
Do you
play
play a lot of
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike?
I played Counter-Strike when it was like
Aw.
the new thing back in the days. As we just established that I'm
Damn.
I'm
So, like-
getting old. So yeah, I played a like pre when it was just a mod on Half-Life basically.
Yeah. Damn, I haven't played past Source. Or like before Source, I mean. So that's like the oldest Counter-Strike I know.
Which one is Source? The like when they made it a game for real sort of thing, and like sold it
I think
as a disc.
1.6 was counter. 1.6 is like the Counter-Strike. So it's like Counter-Strike, and then it's like the update. The final update was 1.6, and so everybody calls it 1.6.
Okay, okay.
But Source was the game right after that, and a lot of people didn't transition from 1.6 to Source. And so for a while, the esports scene was like split. It was like half the players were in 1.6, half was in Source. And that's why they made CS:GO. It was to like bridge the two communities together.
Which part was Heat on then? Do you know?
Which one? Which one was what?
Which
Hated?
Heat on, the legendary Counter-Strike player.
Hit on.
Heat on.
I'm not familiar with him.
Oh no, he was like one of the first.
But if he was like
really-
an OG, he was probably on 1.6 then.
It's probably been.
All of like the best players were on 1.6.
Yeah, okay. Source was sort of slow started.
Yeah.
Did you play a lot of Counter-Strike?
I did a couple months back. Like I took a break from Rust, and then I just kind of got into Counter-Strike and tried to like improve. Because like NA Counter-Strike is really like a troll. It's like not taken seriously. And so for like 2,000 hours, I didn't take it seriously, and then I kind of like wanted to be like decent at the game, you know? I wanted to experience a higher level of play, at least in the casual sense.
Yeah.
So I like revisited it and took a break from Rust, because Rust was getting so dog shit at the time.
You mean like update-wise and stuff, you feel like?
Yeah, the attack heavily was reigning supreme for a while, and it just seemed kind of stale, and they were like, I don't know. It felt like they were making changes for people who didn't want to play Rust. It felt like they were making the game a better game for people who didn't want to play the game, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I sort of get what you mean. Like, yeah, adding different. Would you like to give an example of what you think would be an example of that?
The number one thing I can't get over is the fog and the snow. I didn't play when they first added it, but I came back and I cannot believe that they added this. It's like I get why it's to like make it easier to farm solo so you're not like super exposed. But at the same time it's like ridiculous. I feel so like it feels scary. It's like a horror game. Like when you're farming nodes.
Isn't
You
Rust
can't see
often like a
70
horror
meters
game?
past you. I mean, yeah, but like you already have those elements. I don't know why you need to make it like fucking scarier.
Why the mist as well?
Yeah, it's like Silent Hill now.
Yeah, no. Definitely do not need more stress levels in this game. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
But as a solo, it feels more comfortable. roaming the snow, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you get snow where you
Have
live?
you liked the updates that they've made? Very rarely. Sometimes it's like very either we will for the season or we won't. Like either we'll get a lot or none at all.
Yeah,
There's no in between.
sort of the same here in the south of Sweden.
Really.
Yeah,
Ah.
a lot of gray winters with rain and wind. It's beautiful. But then the snow comes and it's everybody
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
troubled and some people get happy.
I like the snow. Do you not like the snow?
I like the snow. I love
Okay.
how the landscape changes and everything just becomes quiet and soft and like isolated sort of way.
Exactly.
I know it's definitely a magical feeling being in the forest when it's been a lot of snow. But asking about the
Yeah. The forests
updates,
around here are just like,
sorry, no, please
oh
go on.
yeah.
Please go on.
I was gonna say the forests around here are just like bug infested 24/7. It is not. It is not good. It's not like as good as like it would be during the winter. Even during like the fall, rolling into winter, it's still like feels like there's fucking bugs everywhere.
When you say bug infested, you mean like mosquitoes or what do you mean?
Yeah. Just like mosquitoes, random ass fucking flies and everything. Like
Yeah.
just feel like you're getting eaten alive out here.
Yeah, at least we don't have that in the fall, spring and winter here. That's maybe the downside of maybe having sort of a warm winter. But don't they die if you get snow and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, they disappear around winter.
Yeah. I kind of like being in nature in the winter just because of all those kind of things. It can be uncomfortable in some ways,
Definitely.
but in other ways it's nice. Also less people.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Do you ever spend time in nature? Like hiking or whatever?
I used to a lot more when I was like a little bit younger. I'm not like old, but I'm not young either. But I kind of stopped going on hikes and shit.
But
Or
you
like
you used to?
experiencing nature, I guess.
You used to go on hikes?
Yeah, occasionally, and I enjoyed it.
What do you enjoy the most about hiking?
I guess just like the fresh air, like the air quality is unmatched in the woods, and then just like looking around, not seeing anything, like just being alone with yourself and like your thoughts and shit.
Oh, you even went on solo hikes then?
Yeah.
That's nice. It's not very common that people do that, but you get a special feeling from hiking solo for sure. I like to do that too.
Is it dangerous in Sweden to go on hikes alone?
No, it's fine. We also have something in Sweden
Okay.
called allemansrätten, which means like the rights for everybody. And it means that you can sleep anywhere you want as long as it's not private property, or it's fine if it's private property as long as it's not in somebody's backyard or the owner tells you to leave the property. So it's quite easy
Oh,
just to roam and sleep wherever you feel like. And yeah,
interesting.
basically just do that. But then I think like people in Norway, they are very ambitious in their hiking culture, and they have a lot of
Yeah.
mountainous places too. So they're very like, how do you say, strong-minded when it comes to that.
They have like a very strong hiking culture then.
Yeah, they do, for sure.
I don't know if it's true, but I've heard that like there's like a stipulation about Norwegian people from other Europeans that I've heard on like Counter-Strike YouTube channels. It's that like Norwegians are just always rich. Is it like kind of common that when you meet someone from Norway, they're usually like pretty well off?
Not sure. I have to be honest, I'm not really well versed exactly what the Norwegian society looks like, but I would say I'm quite sure that like neoliberalism and big company like power is also digging its way into the rich and sort of socialistic society that Norway is. At least that's what's happening in Sweden, so I suppose it's happening there too, you know? Like, but they have their oil, so their economical situation is way different than
Yeah.
Sweden's. But I wouldn't say that's going to the people in general, you know, in that way. But maybe they have a larger middle class than
Yeah.
Sweden. That's possible. They have another quality of life though, in general, in some ways. Like when it comes to hiking, for example, they have like little cabins in Norway that you can just apply to get the key for. And then you can just go into any of those cabins and they will often have warm water and electricity, like a living room with couches and a kitchen and often like many
That's
small cabins
insane.
and stuff, yeah. So they get those kind of things instead. But like going to a big city, there will be poverty for sure.
Yeah. It's like, so it's like fully renovated cabins that are just like available. You don't have to pay. You just
No, they're for
kind of
free.
like,
Yeah. You just have to apply for the key.
Oh.
And when you have the key, like you have the key. I don't think you need to give it back at any point. But I'm not sure. It's just kind of crazy. Just comparing to Sweden, like we don't have any cabins really with electricity out in the mountainside like that. But we have like mountain stations where people can stay at. And out in the like in the bush in the mountain, it's cabins without electricity and toilets and all that. No running water or anything. But yeah, Scandinavians like to hike, and we've been influenced a lot about the North American hiking culture
why.
too.
I think in America, in the more remote places, like the places that get kind of colder and can get like super dangerous if you're caught without a shelter, like random fucking snow-ins and shit, they have like tiny little cabins that are like completely open. Like you don't need a key, but I think it's just that. I think it's just a shelter.
Yeah, and also
That's all I know about.
the mountain cabins in Sweden are used in the same way, like the tourist trail cabins. They're also like rescue shelter in the winter as well. So they always have like a little firewood and all that stuff that you're not supposed to use unless you're in a real danger.
Mm.
Yeah, it's been some years since I was hiking in the
Have you-
mountains, but I'd like to do that soon again.
Yeah. Have you seen the Outdoor Boys on YouTube?
No, I haven't. Are they funny?
He's a pretty popular like American YouTuber. Kinda like there's funny moments in it, but it's mainly just like very relaxing. It's like this kind of normal, average-looking dude who goes out and in the Alaskan wilderness, and he'll just camp there and he'll make YouTube videos about it.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah,
I
I
feel like he's
watched
influenced a
a
lot of the
lot of
culture in
those.
hiking in America.
He has by himself.
Well, like, yeah, I've seen like a lot of people like trying his bread. Like he has like this bag of like I don't know if it's like a naan bread or like it's like a flat bread that he makes just in a pan, and people are like glazing it, like they're like hyping it up so much, and they're like, oh my God, it's an amazing survival food. Everybody needs to have this in their pack or some shit.
It's like the elven bread, lembas sort of thing. If you eat this, you will stay
Elven
fed
bread.
for stay fed for a week. At least that's what the elven bread is doing. So if the outdoor boys bread is not doing that, I mean, it's sorry for casting shade on something I'm not even watching.
That's fun. So Elven, what is Elven bread? It's like a Lord of the Rings thing?
Yeah, it's a Lord of the Rings
What
thing.
is this?
Well, I don't know the recipe,
Okay,
to be
I have
honest.
not
I
watched Lord
couldn't
of the
give
Rings.
you. But some sort of bread. That's like the best hiking bread ever.
Huh. I haven't heard of this. It's
Lembas is the
interesting.
name of this bread. But yeah,
What kind of
it's...
games do you play besides Rust?
Oh, well, I used to play a lot of Football Manager in my days. But like growing up,
Interesting.
being more and more selective about experiences in general, I kind of felt like the games were so flat, like it didn't really give me any creative input at all. But Rust has really done that for me. Like meeting creative people in Rust as well and just doing fun stuff together with them too. But also just doing this kind of thing, like talking to a stranger, painting a painting for your base that you're gonna be able to look at for the coming weeks.
Yeah. Rust has like a really wide, like I don't feel like there's any other game that I can think of that has such a diverse player base. Like there's really something for everyone. And if there isn't, they're probably like planning on adding that to the game.
Yeah. Yeah, so answering your question way back, if I like any of the new updates, they have done a lot of quality of life things for artists lately, actually. Like getting the art community to grow. It's also been getting the eyes of the developers too. Like I can rotate signs. I couldn't do that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I've been noticing that like the something about like the color picker or something
Yeah, that is
or
new too. You can save colors that you have
yeah,
blended before, so you have like a color
right.
palette, and that is also things that people have sort of been asking for in Discord, basically.
Yeah, I remember like yeah, fucking just blending colors together for especially on the neon signs, you have to like
Yeah,
really try to get a certain color you want. It's so hard.
yeah, it
Have
is.
they fixed the I don't think they fixed the neon signs, really.
I'm not sure.
Or
There's
have
so
they?
many
I don't
updates
remember.
all the time. I'm not following.
Yeah.
I'm just I just know what people tell me, sort of thing. Okay, so you actually paint
What's
quite a
the
bit.
monthly update schedule? Me?
Yeah, if you have, like you know about these
I
kind
don't
of
know.
things.
I mean, I'm familiar with it just from like painting once and how like it used to be. I mean, I remember way back when it was so bad. It was so like crude. It was so like unpolished painting. You had to like you only had like a handful of colors and
Yeah, And if you wanted like a special color, you had to like
so
click in
bad.
between the colors on the palette to get that color.
Yeah.
There were different tricks to do that.
Yeah, so I haven't like painted much, but the handful of experiences I had to have like scarred my brain permanently.
How come?
I mean, it was just so like like I don't know, I was probably trying to paint a character and I just had like this knockoff version of them with the color scheme. Like how in fucking like China and shit to like copy popular characters, they'll just like slightly tint them or something. Was kind of what I was working with.
Yeah. How did that drive you to madness? I don't understand.
I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I guess I have like I think about colors, especially with like skins working together. It's like in Counter-Strike and this game too. If like two colors are like slightly off, but they don't match, it just bugs me.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. I can feel the same way. But now you have new opportunities for your painting, my friend.
Exactly.
Hey, I have to ask you. Seems to me you were talking with a
Yeah.
different voice just before.
Yeah.
have to bring up the
I was gonna
elephant.
keep it up. Yeah, I was gonna keep it up, and then you said an hour. So I was like, "Ooh, I don't know if I can do. I don't know if I can hold this for an hour."
I love your effort though.
A bit out of practice. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you want to jump back
But it started
anytime,
getting into
feel
like
free, you
personal
know?
shit. No. It started getting into like personal life. I was like, if I drop this, it's gonna seem like I was being insincere the entire time. So it's like, might
Yeah,
as well drop it now.
yeah, before it's too late.
Yeah. Before it's stuck like that.
Hell yeah. I love to do voices too. It's hella funny, I think.
Yeah. It's very entertaining to just do it for yourself and like kind of perfect it. I don't know. Like I'll work on voices for a while before I like really start using them.
Ooh. And then you bring it out in the public.
Yeah.
everybody-
And then it's like perfect. It's like damn.
What's your latest voice? Would you like to tell?
Dude, it's bad, dude. We have a Japanese teammate and I felt so bad because like we're doing a Korean wipe and so I was like I kind of have to do like a Chinese voice. And it just seems so fucked up because he was supposed to get his mic like this week and I like called my friend and I was like, dude, should I really like debut like this voice? Should I really start doing this when he's about to get his mic? That might seem like a bit weird. But I don't know.
Do you know him well from before, or he's a new acquaintance?
He's kind of new. Like he's been around for a while, but like I never talked to him a lot. I used to play with a team that was half Japanese, and it was literally well, it wasn't even half Japanese at the time. We started pulling in more Americans as it went on, but at the start it was me and one person, one other American, and then just all Chinese or all Japanese people. It was insane. We had one person to translate for us. It was crazy. It was so I don't know how we went on for like months like that. I don't know how we functioned as a team with a just massive language barrier. But we were like walling in XCAT. We were doing so much. It was really fun. It was like the funnest time I've had in Rust.
Yeah, usually the crazy elements are the ones that add to the whole thing, really.
Yeah, I could never experience that in any other game. Like just playing with that with just a bunch of Japanese people and just running around and fucking killing other people. It's amazing.
Well, yeah. So you actually have found your niche in the game, I'm painting. You're killing people with Japanese people.
Yeah, we haven't the whole Japanese clan kind of like fell apart because it was really hard to maintain kind of like a baseline cultural respect between the Americans who were like played a certain way and were used to playing a certain way and the Japanese who expected something of the American team. And we had some people who were like first generation immigrants and kind of knew how Asian cultures worked and tried to help the American side
Mm-hmm.
understand it, but like we ended up inviting a lot of Americans who just couldn't understand like the amount of respect that you had to have for the Japanese and their work. Like it was very interesting trying to like yeah,
Yeah.
what part did I leave off on? Or like what cut out?
Like what the Japanese people didn't like and what they wanted. I didn't hear anything of that.
The Americans just wanted to hop on and play for a short like minute and just they wouldn't farm, they wouldn't do anything, and they didn't really like respect that the Japanese were pretty much farming for them to play, and it was like insane. And I saw that and I was like I was trying to fix it and I thought we were about to fix it, and then the whole like clan kind of fell apart.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, I can understand. They want the balance with the work and the enjoyment
Mhm.
out of that work. Everybody wants to raid, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's sounds like a fun initiative. And I like the effort that you guys made to try to get it to
Yeah.
work.
My friend, it was like his first time playing Rust or something. I don't really remember. But for him, he knew these people long before he met me. And he sort of encouraged and kind of taught the Japanese guy who was translating for us English in a way. Like just kind of helped him understand it more. But his they were really good friends, and I think they still communicate with each other. But the Japanese guy would have his wife. She would just come in and say "fuck you, Jason" to over the mic to my American friend. She didn't even know like what it meant. She
No,
thought
okay.
she was being nice or something,
What?
dude.
I thought she was a translator and she was angry. No, okay.
No. She would just come in and fucking. His name was Hiroki, our Japanese friend. He'd be like, he'd be telling her to say it, and she'd just say "fuck you, Jason," and she'd laugh, and he'd laugh. Dude, it was awesome.
Hell yeah. Oh, no, but there's not that sort of cultural difference for me playing with people from North America, but like sometimes in conversation I'm not following at all because I don't have the same context as you guys, like the baseline context.
Mhm. Like the culture or like the
Yeah, just like what.
maybe like the media references.
Yeah, many media references maybe, but also just like sayings, like how to, like
Yeah.
I don't know, like little expressions that just don't make me understand. It can be difficult to put your finger on it too sometimes.
I think I know what you mean. Like metaphors or like
Yeah, that too. I usually
maybe
ask
things
if I
that
don't understand. Yeah. I don't remember the last one just now, but there was a recent thing that I just asked because I didn't get it at all. But getting it explained, yeah, that's fine. I understand then.
Hmm.
Hell yeah. Painting is coming to a close, Jamie. If you want to talk about anything in specific or ask me any questions or anything like that.
I feel really bad asking because it's like political, but
No,
it's kind of like the
I'm fine with
only thing that
anything.
I know about in Sweden in recent news. immigration in Sweden. Has it been like a problem for you?
Well, the immigration in itself, it's never been a problem. It's like it's been a utility in the Swedish society for many years, like since the 60s, 70s, even
Right.
way before that, because we've always been a small population in Sweden and we always needed a workforce and other stuff too. Right now, our population is aging faster than it's like growing. So it's gonna be a problem in the future. Like who's gonna take care of the elderly, because the elderly are gonna be a lot more than the young people. But like the problem with integration, it's been like putting large group of people in the outskirts of, like physically in the outskirts of society, but also like not really integrating them within the society. But also Sweden, it's not really about the integration when it comes to criminality. It's also about the politics within the criminality, like our views on drugs, if they're criminalized or not, giving markets to criminal networks, just giving them free rein basically, because the government is I think quite bullheaded when it comes to those kind of issues in Sweden. For example, we have the highest death rate comes to drug abuse per capita in the world. In the fucking actual world.
Really?
Yeah. Which is kind of crazy, only living 10 million people in Sweden. And that is because it's so heavily criminalized, like for heroin addicts, they are the most part of people falling victim to those policies. If you're with a friend ODing and you're gonna call the ambulance to save that friend, you're gonna be charged as well.
You might get in trouble.
Yeah, you're gonna get in trouble.
Right. Yeah, that's awful.
So that's like the main thing with that. But also in general, they like strike down very hard on just the cannabis using people, which also gives just the whole market of cannabis to the criminal gangs that will shoot at each other,
Right.
and that will shoot in the public and blow off bombs in the public and try to control areas of neighborhoods and all that shit.
Is gun violence a problem in Sweden? Like a
Yeah,
really
it has become,
widespread problem, or
It has become.
really?
It wasn't at all like 20, 30 years back, but I think as the criminal networks, they noticed like Sweden is a free market. Also, we had sort of once upon a time, as well as in America, we had sort of a nicely put together society with a large middle class. And it was like that in the 50s in America as well. But also, since neoliberalism has just eaten out of that middle class, and it has shrunk all over the time, and the working class has grown, and the poverty class has grown, it opens up also opportunities for these kind of networks, recruiting young people who doesn't really see a future in education and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so it's many layers on all
What's your
this.
opinion on? Yeah. What's your opinion on cannabis or weed? Not in like a political or like a criminal sense, just like as a drug, as a tool, you know?
Yeah, as a medicine sort of thing. I think
Right.
think nothing. If we're gonna talk like really broadly, I think nothing is negative, depending on how you use it. I think, but some substances are more inclined to be medicine than other substances. But I think cannabis is one of those that are inclined to be medicinal for sure. Unless,
I
like,
think it's really dangerous.
you think?
I think it's really dangerous how people think about cannabis. Like they never think, like, because there's no ODs They think that it's impossible to misuse. I think that's the most dangerous part of cannabis is that a lot of people misuse it and they just don't understand that they're misusing it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's often the case that people are not aware about the addiction and what it can do to you and affect you. That's true. The society we live in, I feel like, also is very, like, it pivots. I don't know how to say it really. It makes it easy for a person to feel like addiction is a way of comforting yourself in the sort of dull everyday life that we live in many cases.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know I don't know how it would be for like older people, but definitely in younger people, it's like addiction is a trend. It's like a fad. It's like something to be a part of. It's
oh,
weird.
you
It's very
feel like
strange.
it's a trend? I didn't get the gist of that.
I feel like yeah, it's like a like a social media trend. It's like just a thing to feel like you're a part, like peer pressuring almost. But like not even the usage of it, just the addiction of it.
Huh. Is that a new thing?
I don't know how to explain it without explaining. No, I feel like that's been around for a while. But I just think that like how ingrained in social media and like normalized it's become. Like weed and vaping, I guess.
Yeah, I wasn't aware
It's
that it
just
was a
become like
trend
a
like
normalized
that
addiction.
at all. Huh. Okay. Yeah, no. So I agree with you. Everything like cannabis can be dangerous, and it takes effect on such an individual in such an individual way for every person. So it's easy
Yeah.
to not be ready for that if that's the case for you using cannabis. Like, yeah.
Right.
But the demonization about all this is also creates the landscape, this like dangerous landscape with oblivious people who don't have the knowledge how to approach different things. That's also my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the shamanic culture, I don't think abuse was a problem amongst the people really.
In the what culture? The Germanic?
The shamanic, like if you have a tribe with a shaman and you have sort of a spirituality around the medicine that you use at occasions. Yeah, I think there's a different approach to the whole thing there, which can be healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, the pattern is actually done. I'm just gonna color a little bit now to get it to come to life a little bit more. What do you do?
It's really interesting. It's like a
I'm sorry, go on.
It's like a sunset on the water, like the color, the gradient.
Yeah, that's what I'm shooting for.
Okay.
I'm happy you're feeling that feeling.
What
too.
do I do?
I was just gonna ask
Yeah.
what you do like for a living, if you feel comfortable answering that question.
Yeah, I'm unemployed.
But you pay rent, you're able to play Rust.
No. I am able to play Rust, but I'm 21 and I live with my parents.
Okay, yeah, well, that's a solution then. And as I'm saying, I'm not judging at all. You don't really have to feel like, yeah. When I was 21, I was also living at home and yeah, didn't really have a job down or anything. didn't really know what I wanted to do even. It's quite common in this society we live in as well, I think. Feel like that.
Yeah, the future of America seems really bleak right now. And it's kind of hard to, like, I guess, see what you're gonna do in the future and if it's gonna be, like, a secure thing.
Yeah.
With, like, AI taking jobs and, like, mortgages, the 50-year mortgage shit now.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. It was easier in the 50s. You got a job, you worked for a couple of years, you could buy a house, you could buy a car, you could go on vacation.
Exactly. All you needed was a fucking handshake and you're in. You don't need a fucking list of fucking previous jobs just for like an entry-level position.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough for people these days. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Should we end the conversation on a positive note? What's your favorite color? And why is it so beautiful
My
to you?
favorite color. Honestly, it switches so constantly. I really liked red for a bit. Like it, honestly, like I use these kinds of mouse pads. These like just kind of like different mouse pads that are just solid colors.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I really liked the red one for a while, and it spoke to me.
It feels
Like kind of
fast.
like the deepness and the richness and like, yeah. It's just kind of like the oh my god, the color was so perfect when I got it, and then it faded a little bit, and so I switched to like this orange one, and I used to hate orange so much. Like it never was like the best color to me, but now it's kind of like grown on me a lot.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah,
But,
no, you don't have to explain it. Some things are not explainable, really. They're just like a
Yeah.
feeling, yeah.
I don't know, the purple. Purple has always like stood out to me, I guess. That's one color I've always come back to.
Hell yeah. Colors are, I think they're difficult to pick by themselves. Often they are in relation to other things,
Yeah.
to other colors. Hell yeah, Jamie. I think I'm done
What
with
about
this.
yours? Tell me your color.
Well, these colors, like this combination, I've been doing a lot lately. Just yellow to pink to blue sort of thing. Like orange, yellow to pink to purple to blue.
I mean,
Like the teal
it's a
here on
good
the
color.
bottom.
It's like a good combination. Like, yeah.
Hell yeah. The sort of Rostoria combination of color, I suppose.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. They should start paying me, actually. Making these Rostoria paintings everywhere. Do you want to pick it up and put it somewhere? Or maybe we just leave it here?
Sure.
Hell yeah, Jamie. Nice.
Nice.
Put the spotlight on that too.
I swear, I really like this.
Hell yeah.
On God, dude, we might have to get a spotlight on that. Did you? The spacing of the dots is really like perfect. Like the arches on them, it just looks. Did you intentionally make it like that, or?
Yeah, no, it's all intentional. It's quite easy. If you go into the
Wow.
interface and zoom in a little bit, you can see that it's like just a triangle sort of philosophy. Every other dot is just going just in between the other two dots, and they expand like that. So it's quite an easy technique. You just have to be patient about it.
Yeah, looks nice.
Hell yeah, Jamie. It was so good
Yeah.
to meet you, man. And thank you for being such a good sport with the whole conversation
Me
bit.
too.
It was really nice talking to
Ah,
you.
you're welcome. I didn't know how it was gonna go when you said an hour, but it didn't feel like much time at all.
Will you at least end it with your role-playing voice that you started it with?
Oh yeah, totally. Oh yeah, definitely.
Hey, yeah, Jamie.
Oh, it was really good talking to you.
That was really good.
Hell yeah.
You could Jamie.
Hell yeah, dude. Dude, I've been working on that voice for like 3 years.
Whoa,
It's like a part of me now.
that's good. Okay, so next time I'm talking to you, I expect the whole conversation in that voice.
Oh, dude. It would hurt. It would be painful.
No, Jamie. Everything for the art.
My voice would be so strained. Yeah. It's a performance art in and of
is.
itself.
It is. Hell yeah, man. Well, I'll see you around. Give you a shout in chat if I see you.
See ya.
Would you like to do the honors,
I-
maybe? See you, Jamie.
Gotta kill you with your hands up.